Hello and welcome back, or welcome if you're new here, and a special welcome to people who fundamentally changed as a person after reading The Hunger Games, people who binge the Twilight movies at least once a year, people who used to write One Direction fanfic, or still do, and people who did Arm Day today. Sure. Hello and welcome. Today we are going to be doing I make this joke every time, but it's not on purpose. It's just like how I say it, and then I realize what I'm saying. We're not gonna be doing homophobes. We're gonna be reacting to homophobic TikToks. I haven't done one of these in a while, but because of everything I've been seeing now that we're heading into 2025, I've just been seeing so much homophobic content lately. I think we could probably guess why. Wouldn't take a genius to figure out why bigots feel even more comfortable than ever now. Unfortunately. So I think we have to talk about these things, continue addressing these issues, and really continue to fight for what's right, which is people just being able to express their lives and live how they see fit. Crazy concept. But yeah, let's get into this.
Yeah. Gay people does not produce anything good. That's just the truth.
Gay people does not produce anything good. It looks like you can't produce an actual sentence. Also, this argument never makes sense to me. What do you mean there are gay people that are doctors? Okay, there are gay people that are scientists, that are engineers, that are the backbone of society. Yet you choose to ignore that because you don't see gay people as people. You see them as their sexuality and nothing beyond that. Like, it's the fact that I am just gonna go on a limb because most people who are like this are very pro-military. There are gay people in the military. The people that conservatives sit there and are like, oh my God, we love the military. Oh my God, military month. We should have more. Gays, no. Military, yes. There are gay people in the military. Queer people exist in every facet of life. So to sit here and say does not produce anything good makes zero sense. This is a prime example of take away men's podcast mics in 2025. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, the next video, it's the same guy. Oh, I remember this video.
Fuck the woman, fuck the woman.
What? No, wait. We love women. We love women.
But not like transgenders.
Yes, sir. We love everybody. No.
All gays should die.
Look at him sitting there, hand behind his head, acting shocked, as if we did not just see the same man sit there and say gays don't produce anything good. He literally just talked down to queer people, just said that they do nothing for existence, and then is shocked when his teenage fan base is saying, fuck gays, they should die. And also the last video I showed you is not like the only time this man has said horrible things against queer people.
Homophobia is accepted in the Middle East.
It is June, shit.
Pride Month.
Can you look up?
No, I can't. Yes, I'm a trans woman. No, I don't have an Adam's apple. And tell your chat to be a little less ignorant. It's 2024.
So these kids are like consuming this content, and then he has the nerve to act shocked. I mean, you heard them say fuck the women too, because if you've ever seen the Sneako's content before, it's all misogynistic.
That to get a 31-year-old girl.
You know what's funny though?
You need to have multi-million dollars, like to get a ran through 31-year-old like sweatpants Birkin bag. You need to have multiple M's in the bank.
It's all transphobic. It's all homophobic rhetoric. It's just being a horrible person and teaching the next generation to be horrible people. And he sits there, hand on the back of his head, shocked that they would say this to him. Like, of course they think he would be proud because that's what he preaches.
Hey, Mark, preach.
What have I done?
Can I get in the video? Fucking talk. Can I get in the video?
Yeah.
And then do you see what he does? He sits there, he takes photos with them, and he moves on from the situation despite visibly being shocked. He's not actually having a conversation with them. He's not actually saying, hey guys, gonna be honest with you, I make that content because it gets a lot of engagement and it pisses people off, which gives me more engagement, and I make money from it. Like, and I'm not saying that he doesn't believe that stuff, because to me, if you are going to market yourself as somebody who says that for content, you do believe it. But he's also cornerstoned a market on hating these people and getting revenue from this, that he says the most obscene and absurd things online, right? But then is shocked when confronted with the fact that his words actually have impact. You get on a platform, you see how many people watch you, and you're shocked.
Give me some fucking Cause I ain't the one. Gone.
Ah, yes. People using an audio to say that they would beat their future children for being non-binary. And this person, her profile is about being a conservative Christian who loves God. You know, love thy neighbor, love your kids. Unless they are different than what you expected, and then you beat them? How can you say that you're about love and pleasing Jesus, who is all about love, and then turn around and make content about hitting children because they don't turn out how you want them to? It's not funny. You could literally turn that joke around into something else that maybe I disagree with, and I still wouldn't sit here and laugh at that idea. It's just weird to me to joke about beating children, especially your own child. And it sucks because these people do have digital footprints. Imagine being that kid growing up, seeing that shit. Like, especially obviously if that kid turns out to be non-binary or queer in any facet. They're not gonna feel comfortable with their parent. They're not gonna feel safe. They're not gonna have a space or a place to talk to these people. And that's fucking sad. You should have your kids taken away. Like, honestly, if you're sitting there threatening your children based on who they might be in the future, that's fucking insane behavior. I would never.
Sorry, it looks like a bike.
Whoa!
Oh, sorry.
Whoa.
Sorry. I like that one. I'm not gonna lie. That one's a bike too. Sorry. I don't like the gold.
What?
So much. I like the all black. Where'd your hair go? I swear you had hair under that hat. About 3 seconds ago. Is it like a one piece?
I don't know.
A one piece?
A girl randomly going up to a group of men to call their bikes the F slur. Not even the bikes, right? Because it's kind of about the person who's riding the bike. That's a F's bike. Because you don't like the color? The color gold makes you want to tear down and disrespect people and use a slur because you don't like the bike. It's giving pick me, it's giving edgy. It's giving she thought that these bikers would be like, oh, she's so cool for coming up and being like, oh, that's such a bike. Like, she thought that they would be like, oh, she's one of us. You sick, dude? Like, that's what she was thinking. I mean, that I can only assume that because that's the only thing I could think from doing that. Because she's trying to engage in like playful, flirty, bullying behavior is how this comes off to me. Because she's giggling and she's like, "That's an Effie bike," and "Oh, where's your hair?" Like, to me, it's coming off as her trying to like engage and flirt through bullying, but in like the most absurd, disgusting way possible. Also, you couldn't have just said, oh, I don't like your bike because the color gold just isn't great on there for me, which would have already been weird to go to a group of strangers because this girl is a stranger to these men, that's the context for the video, and just start shitting on their bike. But to feel it necessary to like go as far as using slurs, weird.
I'm an EMT and fire student. Yeah.
What kind of bike is that one again? What about this one? This one?
Wait.
What about the red one?
It's not bad.
Okay, have a good night. It was nice meeting you.
Don't entertain them, bro.
What kind of drugs?
Oh, that was wild.
She's gotta be. Ah!
What is school tomorrow, bro?
She's gotta be under the influence of crazy drugs. That was the most weird thing I've ever seen in my life.
I agree with the guy who was like, come on, man, like don't egg him on, you know what I mean? But also I get what they were getting at because they had the cameras rolling and she didn't know. I think they were trying to get it on lock, like what she said when they were like, what kind of bike is that? And she just openly and willingly says it again. And you can see that they're all shocked. Like, all of these people are like, what the fuck is wrong with her? So I don't necessarily blame their reactions because that is a shocking thing to witness and clearly they weren't okay with it. If you ever find yourself in that situation though, and you feel safe and comfortable to do so, it's also fine to say, hey, that's a shitty way to describe something. But I also understand that they weren't really trying to engage in intelligent conversation with this person who, as they were saying, she used to be on some wacky drugs or at least super fucking drunk with how she was behaving and acting. So I understand not wanting to try to engage in a full conversation with that. So I understand why they reacted how they did. Just because I feel like somebody might be like, why didn't they go into a history lesson on why that's not okay? And it's like, well, because there is a time, place, and context, and that was just not it, because that person was off the fucking rails. But I will say I appreciate that all of them were shocked and not cool with it. I know it sounds like the bare fucking minimum, because it is, but we'll take that. I appreciate it. You know, sometimes you have to give people a clap for the bare minimum so they keep doing it. And I know that sounds fucking sad, but look at the state that we're in right now. I mean, I'm talking US, but obviously a lot of other countries face a lot of homophobic issues. Some countries much, much worse. People will often say things like, don't applaud the bare minimum, or that's just the bare minimum. And to me, I'm like, hey, when half your fucking country can't do the bare minimum, maybe we should say good job to the people who do, to keep the fucking behavior going at this point, honestly.
This question is, what pronouns do you use?
I use he, him.
Okay, cool. What pronouns do you use?
I use the normal person ones.
The normal person ones. Oh yeah, it's different. It varies.
They, them? I would
Nope.
imagine.
As a male, you use he, him.
What pronouns do you use?
Do you notice how he knew the answer to the question that the guy was asking? Do you know how much simpler it would have been had he just said, I use he, him pronouns? The interview would have been 1/4 the length that it was. But instead he wants to get a jab at queer people by saying, I use the normal ones.
He, him.
Okay, cool.
US and A.
I'm sorry?
US and A.
I'm sorry, that one actually made me cringe. Like, I felt that one in my chest. That was crazy. Ooh. You're in university and you don't know what a pronoun is? Or are you trying to be a smartass by being like, USA, 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 I love the USA, so therefore I hate pronoun. Pronoun bad, military good, woo, woo, woo. Like, dude, huh? I think we should respect USA's pronouns. Look at that little smirk on his face, too. He thinks he ate.
First question is, what pronouns do you use?
He, him.
Okay, cool. You use?
I use he, him.
Okay, cool. Pronouns do you use?
He, him.
Okay, dope. What do you use?
Normal ones.
What is a normal pronoun?
Just what you'd expect.
They, them?
No. He, him.
Do you see how fast the ones go when they just say, oh, he, him? Like, it's so easy to just say what you're, like, it's not a big deal. Also, it's the fact that, like, you know, obviously this interviewer is doing it to, like, get different reactions and try to understand, like, these people and what they're gonna say and catch the ones that are being weird. And by weird, I mean the ones that are being weird about it, that are saying, like, absurd things in response. But it just goes so quickly when the people use the pronouns. Also, he says the ones you would expect, which is not gonna make a lot of sense when sometimes the ones you expect are not the ones people use. That's why sometimes people ask. Crazy concept. I'm gonna give a little bit of a different example. Like, from my experience, because I have short hair and I often wear men's clothing, especially when I was younger, I had like short hair. I would get mistaken for a guy almost every single day of my life. Like, I have been yanked out of public restrooms. I have been screamed at in public spaces. And I was born a girl and I was using girl restrooms, right? And so this idea of, oh, what you would expect, I don't use he, him. But people in the past have expected me to, and even then, you're giving the wrong pronouns to somebody who was born a girl. And this is just to use a different kind of example. Obviously, respect trans people's pronouns. Somebody doesn't have to look a certain way to use a certain pronoun. I'm just giving an example where, like, Christian conservatives that think that it's weird and wacky would have still accidentally used he, him pronouns for me, because it's happened so often in the past too, online all the time, like in videos where I'm not talking and stuff, yet they're using the wrong pronouns for me and not the ones that they would want to use for me, if that makes sense. So that's just an example of, like, what you would expect is not always correct.
Yeah, man, you're following me, so I'm gonna take a video of you.
Get that video camera off right now!
Bro, go find your mom or something, like... Why are you following me? It's weird.
Yeah, you wanna record me, I'll record you too.
Yeah, have fun doing that. You're the ones following me. I didn't do shit.
No, these people, this person, just told us. He asked me if I want to go to change his room. You Ryan's main looking ass boy. Stop recording me.
I'm in public.
Okay, I'm just gonna stop it real quick to say, him saying that guy has a lion's mane haircut, they have basically the same haircut.
Look, I can do whatever I please.
You get that camera off me, young man. Lion's mane.
Kids.
Post this on your little TikTok. And they're missing a shirt.
Yeah, middle school is hard, guys. It's really rough out there.
Damn, little dude already has a Napoleon complex. Fuck. I think the most shocking thing about that video is how this kid, clearly harassing this person, clearly following them around, being just an absolute annoying POS, makes the claim that this person asked them to go into the dressing room with them, which obviously they didn't. I've seen this video, I've seen the response from the creator. The kid's mom saw the video and got mad at the person for posting the video, so clearly it runs deep into that family of just being a horrible homophobic piece of shit fucking person. Transphobic assholes. But to make that claim, even though this kid is clearly joking and trying to bully this queer person, that can absolutely shatter, destroy, and ruin somebody's life. Not to mention that this person is specifically using it as a transphobic attack because of the transphobic narrative against trans people when it comes to predatory behavior, which is like obviously what conservatives try to push. I'm pretty sure there's a video in here somewhere that'll touch on that a little bit more. But it's just a lie, and it's fucked up. And I almost don't have words for that kind of behavior. The fact that the younger generation, because of people like Sneeko, you know, we'll go back to that example, are following these just horrible examples that turn them into absolutely horrible people. And this is this kid's behavior to a random adult in Target. I can only imagine what this person does at school, what they say online, the people they affect in like personal life. And it's just really sad to see.
I was born in the right body. My sexuality is not a mistake. I was born in the wrong body. My sexuality is a mistake, and I'm going to do everything I can to correct it.
Being trans has nothing to do with sexuality. Some people discover more about their sexuality after transitioning, and that's fine. Some people's sexuality stays the same in the sense where if they were attracted to women before transitioning, they can still be only attracted to women after transitioning. It doesn't flip-flop sexuality. It doesn't make sexuality change. For some people, transitioning makes them feel more comfortable in expressing and exploring sexuality, but the point of transitioning does not have to do with sexuality, which I think most of the people watching this already know, but I just want to say that because that video was stupid. Nobody is completely transitioning so they could date a different gender. If anything, it's way easier saying you're gay rather than saying you're transgender. So it would not be easier to completely transition to date the gender you want versus just dating the gender you want. I've seen this argument before. It's absolutely stupid and has no basis, and it's weird. Okay, this last one is a slide one, so I'll just read it to you. But baby, I don't want to say goodbye. They're using the audio Birds of a Feather, which if you don't know is an openly gay sapphic song that Billie Eilish wrote about women loving women. So to use that to be homophobic, already missing the point here. But for some context, this is a Twitch streamer named Sketch. It came out that he used to do gay OnlyFans. I can't speak to his sexuality or anything about that. I don't know it personally, but it was a huge deal because he was one of those Twitch streamers that a lot of boys watch, and he wasn't out. People didn't know about this. He blew up, got super famous in that space with a bunch of the other big Twitch streamers that a lot of these young guys watch. And so it was like an outrage. In the suggestions, it was like Sketch allegations, and the allegation was him doing OnlyFans, like gay OnlyFans, and people were treating it as if this guy had murdered somebody. Like, that's what it was like when this blew up. People were treating it like Sketch took lives and fucking did 9/11 or some shit. Like, that's how they were treating this. It was just insane to see. And this is like a more tame version of that, where the caption says dang, and they're saying like, I don't want to say goodbye, but they feel like they have to just because this Twitch streamer that they like turned out to like men in some capacity. I don't know. It was a really sad moment to see this many people just turn their hatred on to somebody that they even liked. But I will say some good news is I know a lot of his Twitch streamer friends rallied behind him and basically saved his life. Like, I kind of deep dove into this where, you know, a lot of people were worried that he was going to take his life after it got discovered and after everything everybody was saying. And, you know, he was very vulnerable about how he felt after people found out and stuff like that, and how a lot of his friends, the other big Twitch streamers, saved his life by coming to his defense and coming to his side.
My original plan was, there's two things. One, either be delusional and think it's never going to come out, or two, what's the plan after? The plan after was not very good. If I was alone and I was at my house, I probably wouldn't be talking to you right now. But the people at FaZe, Banks, especially, and my friends that I've made over the past couple years came in and they saved me. I don't know what I was gonna do, but.
And I saw a lot of TikToks of teen boys discovering empathy. It was like, there was this one where this guy was like sitting in the airport with like the camera facing him, and he was like maybe it is okay to be gay, and maybe I have been judgmental. So I guess, like, you know, once again, bare minimum, but at least that unlocked some empathy in some people. But it is very devastating what Sketch had to go through and endure. Some people are just gay. Some people are just trans. Some people are just LGBTQ+ in some capacity. That's just who they are. I'm gonna end this here though. I'll probably do another one pretty soon because I have a lot more in this folder. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked the video, like it. If you really liked it, consider subscribing, and I will see you next time. Bye.